Probably a combination of a lot of things. It looked like he lost feel for his pitches. At the wrong time, the inning started to pile up on him. I mean, anytime you get a pitcher that throws 40-plus pitches in an inning, some things went wrong. You look back at the game, and they didn't hit the ball that hard. They had a couple of hits. Dozier hit the double. Mauer hits the deep fly ball. Sano and Park in the last inning hit a couple bullets. But other than that, most of the damage was done via just missing. And whether he lost, command of a few of his pitches, there's always usually a questionable call that didn't go your way in these deals. But all in all, it wasn't a productive inning, it wasn't a productive outing, and it's frustrating for him because I think he started off the game pretty good and getting ground balls, getting soft contact, got out of with a couple double plays, and then it snowballed against him a little bit.
Does not be now? You've been a long time since you lost a game with Dallas on the mound at home. Is that just kind of the way things are going this year? I mean, he's your stopper. This is the game you probably should.
Yeah, I mean, we're very comfortable with Dallas on the mound and in this ballpark. Coming off of a nice win yesterday. Getting outplayed is disappointing. Losing a game is disappointing. The kickstarting the homestand that this way with a loss is not great. But all the pressure isn't on Dallas to be some sort of stopper. He just needs to do his part and pitch well in the games that he's asked to pitch. And that goes for the next guy too. I mean, the way you develop a good team is to have a collective group of guys that put it together. For a good stretch, and it takes more than the top of the order to score. We've got to get the bottom of the order moving. It takes more than just a starting pitcher go out and set a tone. We're going to need a bullpen that comes to play every day. So we have the ingredients to make it better. It hasn't come together for us consistently yet. It doesn't impact tomorrow's game. I reiterate that time and time again. Tonight's game. Obviously a few too many walks. We didn't really solve the young kid, and they had enough of a gap and enough at the end to warrant off any sort of comeback. So I think across the board we can say that we can get better, and we need to get better to get this started.
You mentioned their starter, but just as a whole, your lineup 11 strikeouts, not the lineup tonight.
Yeah, no, I mean, we there's swing and miss in our lineup. We know that. We're a very dangerous offense, and the dangerous side of that is, sometimes, we can make it tough on ourselves a little bit. But, I've also seen this team, churn pretty good and be as explosive as any team in baseball. So, obviously as the strikeouts pile up, it's always easy to poke at that and say our team offense. I mean, we didn't get enough hits, but the bottom line is no matter how we do it, we didn't outscore them or we didn't hold them enough. So the end score of the game is all that really matters. How we get there has been somewhat of a different story throughout, the first, 5 weeks of the season. Collectively, this group in there is going to work hard to correct some of the issues that keep coming up, whether that be hitting with runners in scoring position, whether that be closing out innings and not allowing crooked numbers, or whether that means putting the ball in play a little more.
You guys do 26 games, you still don't have consecutive wins. Today would have been an opportunity.
Yeah.
Is it
that sucks.
Still waiting for this team to
Yeah, no, we absolutely. I mean, I think that the thing for me as the manager is look for solutions. We can identify all the problems. We've now got 4 or 5 weeks of and a lot of smart people around the game that'll tell you what issues you have. We know what's going on. We've got to find a way to find solutions. And of course, we're waiting for that to click. We're doing things behind the scenes to try to speed that up. I mean, we're all looking for a collective exhale when things are going to get better. But we have to do that as a team. I mean, it's not going to just automatically wake up tomorrow morning and be that way. So. It's not a matter of work ethic. It's not a matter of preparation. It's not a matter of belief. It's just we've got to produce, and that starts with me as the manager to push the right buttons, and it includes everybody in that clubhouse.
You've always sort of talked about the singular focus, whatever's going to be up today. The players are back with that. How's it been coming back the next day? We'll find out tomorrow. But when you come back the next day, win or loss, and how has this group kind of responded?
Yeah, we have great energy and a great attitude and a great vibe about us. We've been punched in the mouth the first 5 weeks, and no one's going to feel sorry for us. I mean, this is a team that's tough enough to be resilient and get through this lull. We've had tough stretches as a group. For the most part, a lot of those guys were in the clubhouse when we had tough stretches, but. This is the big leagues, and this is a tough league, and we're going to have to counterpunch in order to get better. And I believe in this team. I believe in these guys. There's not a guy in there that's just checking in and checking out. There's a group of guys that are fighting, and you see it at the end of games all the time. Can we do that for 27 outs and leave tomorrow with a better feeling? Absolutely. But it is up to us to do it.
Happy to see Giles have a
Yeah,
nice
Kenny had a good day. That was the best he's thrown in a while. He's been throwing some bullpens, and no one's harder on themselves than him, is what I've learned about him. He's very intense. He came out, has good stuff coming out of his hand, like I've said the entire year. To have him rewarded with a 0 is a positive step in the right direction, and more like what we're going to come to expect from him.